Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Chia here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Fused with White Zetsu. It's an unscripted movie as well. Before continuing this, I would like to give shout out to Ishiki or Suzuki for suggesting this idea, and other than that, I would like to thank you all in general for making it happen. Yesterday, I achieved 9,000 subscriber milestone on my YouTube journey. It's a quite huge achievement for me, and yeah, I'm just really grateful for having such a nice community. Thank God there are no toxic people here, and all of you guys show love and support to each other and to me as well, which I'm really grateful for. And I hope you continue to do so in the future, and hopefully I can be able to provide more nice stories for you, which you all like. There is quite a bit criticism, but I have come to agreement with that I should take it as in a positive light, so it will help me to better myself up, to take it up a notch. Hopefully that will be the case in the future. And yeah, correct me if I make mistakes. I won't take it in a negative way anymore. Other than that, I hope you like this video, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And no, this is not the 9,000 subscriber special. It will be coming soon shortly. It will be a movie as well. Just comment down below what should be the 9,000 subscriber special. And without further ado, let's begin with our video. Our story begins in a stormy night in the graveyard of Konohagakure no Sato. As thunder was booming that night, as it was raining heavily, as we see a tall figure with black and somewhat white strands of hair shaking wildly in the wind, as it was a tall figure looking at the grave of none other than Shodai Hokage, Hashirama Senju. And it was none other than Madara Uchiha, as a black gooey creature came from beneath the ground with a canister. Madara-sama, it is done. I have extracted Hashirama Senju's cell. We can leave now. Good. As after that, both of them left towards a cave. As in there, Madara began to experiment with Hashirama's cell, trying to combine it with Zetsu. And he became somewhat successful and was able to create a white half of Zetsu. But that said Zetsu escaped. As Black Zetsu was about to go after him, leave it. It's pretty much useless, as it will die like the other ones, who died after only 24 hours. We can always create new ones. Hi, Madara-sama, but I just didn't want to take any, cautions. Good. Then let us focus. As Madara and Zetsu begin to focus, again of creating their own army of white Zetsus, as the white goo escaped from them, never to be seen or heard until many years later. We go towards the forest of death in Konohagakure no Sato, just to see an injured genin who was wounded badly, and it was none other than Naruto Uzumaki, Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, member of Team 7, and genin of Konohagakure no Sato. As he was laying on the ground, half of his body torn and blood seeping out of it, as he was breathing heavily. Due to Orochimaru's seal that was slapped on him, he wasn't able to use Kyuubi's chakra because it was completely cut off. As Naruto's eyes began to fade, Is this it? Is this how I'm going to die? I bet the villagers might be happy to learn that the demon is finally gone. As suddenly, Naruto felt that as if something has attached to his body, as it started to merge with its body as well, and Naruto felt unconscious. Naruto didn't know how long he was passed out, but after some time he woke up and it was nighttime. Where am I? As Naruto's memories came down upon him, what happened? Flashback. His team was going towards the center tower where they needed to go after getting the two scrolls, until they felt a huge amount of killer intent, and a Kusagenin came in front of them, the same one that even gave their proctor the creeps. And suddenly they engaged into a battle, and after shortly, something happened to the Kusagenin as his face started to melt, and lo and behold, Orochimaru of the Sannin, the traitor of the leaf and the strongest Sannin, revealed himself. And his aim was none other than Sasuke. The three Genins fought valiantly. I mean, pretty much two, but the third one was there as well, just to lend some kunais and stuff. Until Orochimaru increased his speed and power up to the power where they couldn't match his. Naruto tried to use Kyuubi's chakra, but it was completely cut off, thanks to the seal that was slapped onto his stomach, over the seal in which Kyuubi was sealed in, as Naruto was flung away by the snake sign, and as a result got impaled by two tree branches that were quite sharp, tearing his limbs and skin apart as he was now laying on the ground. End of the flashback. What happened? As Naruto lifted his jacket that was somewhat torn, just to see that half of his body, where his body parts were missing, were now white. Pale white. Huh? What is this? As Naruto got up, he had to get to his team now, which was more important. He was alright. He will take this up with his sensei or Gigi. Naruto started to dash towards his teammates, or was looking for them, as he made many shadow clones to start his search, and after many hours he was able to find them, as he saw that Sasuke was unconscious and Sakura was with him as she was crying. As Naruto arrived, Sakura-chan. Sasuke, what happened to him? Naruto, you're okay, Sakura said, hopefully. What happened? That Sanin, he bit Sasuke-kun, and after that he passed out. And you, I saw you getting impaled. I thought you died. You said you willingly left me behind? I had to take Sasuke there. He's more important. You mean to say that he's important and not I am? I thought we were a team, Sakura. Naruto said, really badly hurt by her words. As Sakura was taken aback, no, I didn't mean. Shut it, Sakura. I don't want to listen to it. Let's just get this over with. Once we pass the tuning exams, which I'm sure we will, you never have to bother with me again, and hopefully, I'm not going to bother you. As Naruto sat down next to Sasuke, as Sakura and Naruto sat silently, as suddenly something happened to Sasuke. His body began to steam, as Sasuke began to hiss. What is going on? Naruto, what do you think, I'm a doctor? I do not know. Sakura was taken aback by that. We have to get him out of here. As Naruto made a shadow clone to pick him up, as the shadow clone then went towards Sakura, who was also injured and sprained her ankle, as the original one picked up Sasuke on his back as he started to dash towards the center tower. Sakura was able to keep both of the scrolls intact with her pouch, so that is why they were legal to pass as they arrived in the center tower. Until then, Naruto felt 2 bumps in his chest. Wait, what is going on? Sasuke? As a much feminine voice said, Dope, put me down. Eh? As Naruto put her down. Yes, her. As Sakura also did a double take. What did you do to Sasuke-kun? I didn't do anything. And you know it. What happened? As then, Sasuke, quote-unquote, gasped. No, it can't be. How can it wear off now? Of all the times now? Wait, is everything alright? Sasuke, what happened to you? Naruto asked. Dope, let's just get inside. I'll tell you later. As after getting me some chakra, the Henji was back on, and Sasuke was back to his original state. Just go now, he said in his usual tone, as they entered and opened the scrolls to reveal Iruka. As Iruka then said, Congratulations, Team 7, as Naruto dashed and hugged Iruka. Whoa, calm down, Naruto. Is everything alright? Yeah, everything is fine. Can you take us to resting quarters? We need some rest. And can you get us a doctor and our sensei? What's the reason? We need to talk with him. That is why we're requesting you this, sensei, said Sakura. Alright, just go to this room and wait. I'll call Kakashi there. Half an hour later, Kakashi entered the room with his book in his hand. Well, Naruto, why did you want to talk to me? Well, Sensei, there is something I want you to know. We encountered Orochimaru. As Kakashi halted, his book dropped as he looked at Naruto seriously. What do you mean, Naruto? The Kusagenin that scared the proctor, the crazy snake lady. she was none other than Orochimaru, and she did something, or he did something to Sasuke. And you can drop the Henji now, as Sasuke turned into a girl, as Kakashi's eyes widened. It seems you finally let yourself out now, huh, Satsuki? As the now revealed Satsuki gritted her teeth, as Naruto and Sakura did a double take and looked at her with shock. Wait, you mean Sasuke was a girl? Yeah, she was born a girl, but thanks to her father's ideologies to keep her protected from quote-unquote men, she was henjied and has been taught ever since she could mold chakra. Meaning, Sasuke was her quote-unquote disguise to cover up. As Naruto was still shocked and was looking at his best friend, who was turned into a girl out of nowhere, or revealed to be a girl. Looking down, "It's alright," Naruto said. "I don't mind. I mean, what's the difference? She's still who she was before this change, I guess," Naruto said. As Kakashi's eyes smiled at that. "Mama, you really are good, Naruto, with your words, huh?" As Sasuke blushed. As he said, "Shut up, dope. Eh? Did I say something wrong?" On the other hand, Sakura turned green as she dashed outside to puke. Her whole world was crashing down on her. "What's wrong with her?" Satsuki said. "God knows." "Any other news, Naruto, that I should know about?" "Yeah. From what I am about to tell you, you can only reveal this to Gigi and no one else. You as well, Satsuki." "Hi." As Naruto lifted his jacket up, as Satsuki blushed, because Naruto was somewhat muscular even though with baby fat, but he was skinny, and there was large scars on his body. As a part of his body, at least to the lower abdomen up to the rib cage, was white. As Kakashi's eyes were, "Naruto, what happened?" "I was impaled by 2 tree branches which were quite sharp, and this much part of my body was torn off of it. And due to Kyuubi's chakra being cut off, which still is, I couldn't use it to recover or regenerate. So I was pretty much close to dying, and yeah, I actually kinda did. But something happened, and when I woke up, this occurred." This is quite surprising, as Kakashi was still shocked that Naruto was so casually talking about this, like he has encountered that many times before. On the other hand, Satsuki was almost horrified at what she was hearing. Her crush, secretly, was about to die, and she couldn't do anything about it. As she then vowed that she will avenge Naruto and kill Orochimaru first and then go after Itachi. As her Sharingan activated, Kakashi was shocked. He was late yet again. It reminded him of his failures, and he could have lost his senses, son, and his student. It was neglectful of him. As he then said, "Naruto, you are coming with me. Sasuke, remain here with Sakura. I'll return with whatever I can to lock away that seal on your shoulder. Do not ever use that chakra. It is violent and can corrupt you." "Hi, sensei," said Satsuki as she sat down, as Naruto and Kakashi vanished via Sunshin and arrived in the Hokage Tower, where in Hokage office, Hiruzen was sitting. "Well, what do I owe the pleasure of your visit, Kakashi? Ah, Naruto, my boy. Why are you here and not in the resting quarters? You should be resting and preparing for the preliminaries round tomorrow." "Didi, I have to tell you something." As Naruto began to tell what occurred in the Forest of Death, as honestly, Hiruzen was quite surprised by the return of his student and his ambition and aim towards the last loyal Uchiha. Kakashi continued, "It seems that Satsuki has let herself out, but in front of her teammates. I see. Make sure that no one else sees her like this." "Hi." As Kakashi was out of there, "Naruto, we have to look through this. I'm going to call my medical doctor, and he's going to look into it. Are you alright with that?" "Fine by me, Didi." As Naruto was sitting in Hiruzen's office, and after half an hour the doctor arrived. I want you to perform a test here in front of me to see what this is. As the doctor took some bit of DNA from the location where the pale skin was located in, as it began to operate. Sir, it's a DNA of some sort. Good. Find all of the clans. Don't even leave any major clan out. Perform this and see what it is. As after 2 hours of searches, the test was found. As the doctor gasped, Sir, it matches Hashirama Senju cells. Wait, what? Naruto, my boy, how did you get that? As I said, Gigi, I was dying, and the next thing you know, I felt something lash onto me, and this happened. I'm back to good health. Good. It's fine then. Is it merging with his body? It is connected with his whole entire system and pathways, and believe it or not, he's a part Senju now. Huh. An Uzumaki and a part Senju. Wow, we have another Sonata in our hands, but a male version of it. If, I'm quite intrigued, Hokage-sama, but I think he might have a Kekkei. Permission to perform a test for Kekkei, said the doctor, with excitement in his eyes as he was inside. He knew his personal doctor was a fan of these theories and wanted to do as much as he could. Fine, but you will do this here. On it, as the doctor vanished and arrived after 20 minutes or so with all the tools that were needed in the test. And after performing the test, a tree grew on which paper he mixed with some chemicals and Naruto's blood and dropped the said liquid on it. Yes! Yes! Hokage-sama! The legendary wood release has been revived! As Naruto's jaws dropped and so did Hiruzen's. Wait, what? What do you mean? I don't even have a Kekkei. Well, Naruto, my boy, I guess it is time to reveal the heritage of your mother. Wait, what? You knew? And you lied to me? You said you didn't know about them. Naruto, it was in order to protect you. Yeah, like that went well. Naruto said, calm down, Naruto. Please. I can't. First you lied to me my whole life for why the people hated me, but I forgave you. But this? No. God knows how many lies you are lying to me. I had enough. I'm leaving, Naruto said, as he was about to leave, but Anbu dropped down. Naruto looked back at his Gigi with a look of betrayal again. You're going to use force, aren't you? I'm afraid I have to, because I am a Kage of this village, Naruto. You know it is my responsibility to protect both you and every other people that rest in these walls of this village. Even though the said village beats me? Where were you then? As Hiruzen flinched. I'm sorry, Naruto. I wasn't there for you when you needed me the most, but I know now that you are strong enough to protect yourself, and from what I'm going to do, it will make up to it. No matter what you do, it won't. Hokage-sama, said Naruto as Hiruzen was taken aback by that. As he sighed, well, calm down, Naruto. Just sit there, my boy. Everything will be fine. As Naruto slumped his shoulders and sat down there, it was an order from his Hokage, not from his Gigi. Your mother was none other than Kushina Uzumaki, previous Anbu commander and Konoha's Red Death. And she was from the Uzumaki clan. Here are the scrolls and all the Uzumaki jutsus and your mother's sword in it. Use it wisely, and a letter here from your mother. So, let me get this straight. You know about my mother. It is obvious you know about my father. But why don't you tell me about him? If you're telling me about her, you will only learn about that when you become a Chunin. I'm sorry I can't. Not now. Fine. Thank you for all this, Hokage-sama. As after that, Naruto left. As he was making his way back to the resting quarters, as Hiruzen said, Anbu, gather the council. It is time to reveal who Naruto really is and their curiosity. As after that, Anbu left, and half an hour later, the meeting was called. As every civilian council member, shinobi council member, and elder was there now, sitting and waiting for their Hokage to speak. The agenda of today's meeting is Naruto, Uzumaki, Senju. As everyone was shocked at this. Wait, what do you mean by that, Hiruzen? Said Koharu. Today Naruto was impaled by Orochimaru when they encountered him in the Forest of Death. As everyone guessed, wait, you mean Orochimaru was in the Forest of Death? Yes, it seems he was disguised as a genin, and his aim was Sasuke Uchiha. As everyone gasped again. Then why are we talking about the demon? Said one of the civilians. As I said, he's a Senju member now. Because he merged at the brink of death, being QB sealed away. He was latched onto by some sort of goo that is quite pale, and it was made out of Hashirama Senju's cell himself. As everyone's eyes widened at this. And after that, I came to know this when Kakashi and him brought this to me after the whole incident. And after that, it was revealed by my doctor that he has the Kagegenkai. 2 Kagegenkai actually. One of the Uzumaki's adamantium chains, and the other one is wood release. As everyone was now even more shocked. Permission to put him into the CRA, said one of the civilians. No. He is at a flight risk now. As everyone was even more shocked by this. Why would their Hokage think like that? The kid was obsessed with being Hokage and proving them all wrong. Then what was the case? What do you mean by that, Hiruzen? Said Himura. The kid wants to become a Hokage, and it just put him in a good marks and remarks in our eyes to make him the next choice as a Kage. Well, the thing is that I kind of have lied to him, kept him in the dark, and when I revealed that he was the Jinchuriki and he was hated for it, he was saddened, and at that moment I could see it in his eyes. I had lost my half of the trust that I have built over the years. And after that, today I revealed his mother's heritage and who his mother was. And the love he held for me and the villagers see me, it is all gone. It was all a fake. He was doing that for me, to make me happy it seems, and to make me realize that everything was fine. As everyone was taken aback by that. Wait. As all the shinobis then looked at the civilian council members who flinched. Yeah, thanks a fucking bunch, said Tsuzumi. Tsuzumi, calm down. This is not a way to speak in the council. Oh, shut up, you old bag of bones. You have no say in that. You're nothing more than a mere civilian now. You have retired long ago, Koharu, and I'm a clan head. You have no authority over me. But if we are a clan, we are the village elder. Elder my ass, you're nothing but an asswipe, who are leeching on to this council for nothing more than for your personal gains. So could be said for the civilian council. They have no right in say of the shinobi matters. You should have seen this coming. And now, the clan heir to 2 major clans, Uzumaki, who are known to be the strongest out there, even more ferocious than the Senjus and the Uchihas combined. Heck, they were even taken down by 3 villages combined. What do you expect from the kid? Just come back to you like a lost puppy? Obviously not. He's going to go away now. And it is our loss. As Tsuzumi calmed down, she was enraged to find out that the brat she ignored for so long was the son of none other than her sister, her friend, who saved her during the war over and over again, 3 times in a row. And this is how she was repaying her dead sister? By abandoning her son? She could have taken in the kid. She had seen him in the cold nights, laying near a dumpster, but she avoided him as the orders of the Kage. It was any clan head getting close will be terminated from the council and be stripped from the clan rights, and a new clan head will be placed in its place. And for the clan and her power, and for its safety, she didn't do anything. If she knew, she could have done things differently. What a drag. It was my intuition, but I didn't knew it would hit home. And from the guesses, it seems the father. Yes, you're right. The father is none other than, as everyone's eyes widened, Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage. And that hit the nail in the coffin for everyone. They were now officially shitting bricks. Two major clans and a protege's son, their hero's son. And this is how they treated him? Waited him for past 13 years for something that he didn't even do? Now it came to realization why the fourth Hokage in his dying breath asked us to be seeing him as a hero. Instead we saw him as nothing but a nuisance. The kid was pretty much a royalty, and this is how he was treated. They were now thinking of other things. What if the kid went to any other village? Oh no. The Senju clan had, and the Uzumaki clan, will fall into some other village's hand, and the Namikaze genes as well. Danzo was gritting his teeth. Such powerful heritage, and it all goes to waste, thanks to Hiruzen's stupidity. He should have handed the kid over to him, to mold him into a perfect weapon, but no. So much for emotions now. Those emotions are coming to bite him in the ass. But I'm sure that Naruto won't leave, because I have a way of tying him down. Said Hiruzen, what do you mean by that? Isn't it enough that we have tormented and tortured the kid, Hokage-sama? Let him just be now. I think he should leave, if he wants to. We shouldn't stop him. Why? Why are you saying this? You know how much big of a loss it might be towards our village, said Koharu to Inoichi. Yeah, I don't care. We have suffered great more losses. Senju clan extension. And talk about the Uchiha clan extinction. We suffered 2 clans extinction. What about the third one as well? Might as well go with it. I mean, we are clan heads all here, and we have our clans who are here, and that makes Konoha quite good and strong on its own. Inoichi, you know you're sounding quite arrogant, said Choza. I know, but I'm not sounding arrogant or anything. I'm just saying. They were long gone before. Why the sudden need now? Why showing so much greed towards the clans that were already extinct? He was just revealed that not moments ago by the Hokage-sama that he was the heir. Until before that, the very previous hour you thought of him as nothing more than a nuisance and were finding a way to get rid of him. What changes that now? He said, asking this to the civilians with narrowed eyes, as there was a moment of long pause. No answer came. Which shows us that we are greedy, Hokage-sama. And I'm siding on this one with the kid. If he wants to leave, he has my permission. So do mine, said Tsuzumi's, as Hiyashi then nodded. Mine as well. As one by one all of the clan heads said this, as Hokage was taken aback by that. Even those who were close to him were saying this. They were hurt by their leader's decision. They were hurt by what their leader did to the legacy of their friends who have fallen in order to protect them, their families, their whole village. The civilians, on the other hand, were devastated. They were reminded again and again by so many times Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki laid down their lives almost by saving them. And they were now feeling extremely guilty. On the other hand, we go towards Naruto, as he was now standing in the room as he saw that Sasuke was sleeping on one bed as Sakura was crying. Why are you crying, Sakura? Oh, Naruto, you're back. Nothing, it's just that Sasuke-kun, there is no Sasuke-kun. But it was to me. It was my world. Wake the fuck up, bitch. There is no world. There is no Sasuke. You can't just force her to become your Sasuke-kun again, so you can have your little fantasy. We almost died today, Sakura. Because you were useless pretty much out there in the battlefield. You did nothing more than throw kunais at a fucking Sanin, who easily deflected that. Other than that, you have no skills. What did you have? Your big brain? Konichi of the year, my ass. You couldn't use one thing. At least Sasuke and I tried. And I almost died doing that. Even Orochimaru didn't bother with you. Is that much of a shame for you? Pathetic excuse of a bitch. Naruto said. Sakura flinched after hearing this, as Naruto lied down. As Sakura was taken aback by that. Naruto has never been this rude. What was going on? As Sasuke had woken up with this rant of Naruto's. What's going on? Why is Naruto-kun so angry at you? What happened? As after that, Sakura then said, just sleep, Sasuke. We'll talk later. As all of them fell asleep. Next morning came and the two girls wake up. Naruto wasn't in his bed. As they all saw that he was in the preliminary stand on the ground, standing there where many Genins were standing. As after having their breakfast, they arrived there as well. As Hokage began, people from Konoha and from other villages. Today is going to be preliminary rounds because of so many teams able to pass the second test. As one by one, everyone agreed to that and cheered. As the first match was between Naruto and Kiba. Naruto came down there with stoic face as Tsurumi's side, knowing that what was about to happen. And she was hoping that the kid might go easy on her son. As Kiba jumped down, easy picking, kid, said Kiba to his Nunkin, who growled, yeah, sorry, Yakamaru. I'm going to stop teasing you, buddy. We're gonna beat this shit into the ground. As Yakamaru yipped in agreement, Naruto looked at him. What did you say? You son of a bitch, didn't you hear? As at the moment Proctor said fight, as he jumped away, Naruto disappeared. And the next thing Kiba knew, a punch was on his face. As he was slammed into the ground next, as many cracks formed there. That was for calling my mother a bitch. Naruto said in a low tone. Everyone paused. As Kiba then said, oh, yeah, you think I'm going down with that, huh? So what, you got some moves. There's no way a clanless loser like you can be stronger than me, Kiba said arrogantly. I can't believe at one moment we were friends. We were never friends. You were my lackey. You're a beta male, Naruto, while I'm the alpha. And after winning this, I'm going to make Hinata mine, and you're going to do nothing about it. What makes you think I'm going to do anything about that? I have no feelings for Hinata. She is more of a sister to me than anything else. Isn't that right, Hinata? Yes, Naruto, Nissan. As everyone was quite taken aback by that. Wait, Hinata, what do you mean? What? Didn't you love him? Asked Kurnite. No, I do, but like a sibling would. He protected me from bullies at many occasions, and we kinda grew close as siblings. What makes you think that I fell in love with him? Well, you always kinda blushed and was poking your fingers like that whenever you see him. I was quite jealous, to be honest, with Sakura and Sasuke over there when Naruto Nissan was placed on their team. That is why I was jealous in doing that. Oh, I see. As Naruto then said, and for saying that towards my sister, this earns you another thing. As Naruto disappeared again and appeared behind him, Uzumaki, Bone Crusher. As Naruto punched the backbone of Kiba, many cracks formed in it. As Kiba was on the ground, he couldn't move. You fucker! What did you do to me? What I did to you is that I fractured your bones. It will take you 8 months, Kiba, before you are able to walk again. Be grateful that I didn't kill you, because killing is allowed in this round. You forgot Akamaru is here. Oh, him? Naruto looked at Akamaru. Down. Don't move, or I'll do worse than I did to him. As Akamaru whimpered and laid down there. Done. Naruto said, looking towards Kiba. As the match was decided into Naruto's victory, as Naruto began to walk up to the stands, as the whole stadium was quiet. Pin-drop silence was there, as even Gaara was looking at Naruto viciously now. So Naruto for a moment stopped and looked at Gaara, and gave him a glare that even sent chills down his spine. As Temari and Kankuro were quite shocked by this and were taken aback as Naruto finally arrived in the stands. As Ino then said, that was quite cool. And agree and all for beating the pervert, don't you think it's quite overboard? Deal with it, Naruto said, coldly, not even bothering to look at Ino. Ino was taken aback by that, and so were many of Naruto's friends. Nissan, is everything alright? Hinata asked. It's fine, Hinata. Don't worry, just focus on your match. Be sure to beat the shit out of that pathetic excuse of shit, Naruto said. Hi. As finally, one by one, all of the matches went, and the most pathetic was Ino's and Sakura's. Both were unconscious left after the match, and finally, Hinata and Neji's match came. Hinata gave her all, but at the end, she lost, but barely bruised Neji as well, who was still standing though, and went for the killing blow. But before he could do that, Naruto arrived there with a chain that pierced through his arm. Don't you ever dare do that, Hyuga. Be grateful that you're her cousin, or I should have ripped your arm out. As Neji was quite shocked by this. What are these? These are my Kagegenkai. No matter how hard you try, your 360 vision can do nothing about it. And plus side, I can absorb chakra from them. And did I forget discharge? As Naruto discharged electricity into Neji's shoulder, causing him to scream in pure agony. As after that, the chain disappeared as if never existed. As Guy jumped down, looking at Naruto. Naruto, I know what you did is to protect your friend, but could you have done it? Alright, Guy. Listen here. That piece of shit needs to learn manners, and the only way to beat some manners into him is to show him the same way that he treats the others. Trust me, he's going to be grateful for me, towards me for doing that one day. I hope so. But can you heal him now? Here, make him drink this and it will heal. As he made Hinata drink the same thing, as Hinata got up on her feet and walked up to the stands, much to the Yuga's and everyone's dismay. What was that? Sakura said. None of your damn business, Naruto said, as it caused her to flinch, as Kakashi was frowning at that. Naruto, she's your teammate. She's a liability, not my teammate. We almost got killed because of her uselessness. If she is our teammate, then she at least needs to train. Naruto, that is no way to talk to her. I don't give a damn, Sensei. Not anymore, Naruto said, as Kakashi was taken aback by that. What happened that night? After I left Naruto with Hokage-sama, everything changed after that. I must get to the bottom of this. As Naruto, after learning about more Fuinjutsu in his free time, in front of everyone, was able to decipher a seal and break Orochimaru's seal. Even Orochimaru was impressed by that, and so was Hokage. He broke the seal just by studying Fuinjutsu level 3. Damn it, Uzumakis are scary. And after that, Naruto smirked. Good. As then, he closed his eyes. Into meditative state he dived into. As Hiruzen said, Jiraiya, are you seeing this? Yes, Sensei, said Asanin, who was behind him, coming out of the shadows. He's going to talk to the QB, it seems. Let's wait and see what happens, but be on guard, because he doesn't trust us anymore, and we can't trust him, said Hiruzen, with a heavy heart. As Jiraiya nodded, I will. We go towards Naruto's mind, as he opened his eyes there, to see a white figure standing in front of him, and a giant bar. Behind it, QB was laying down. The figure looked like him. Who are you? I am the one who saved your life. My name is White Zetsu. I see. So you're that white stuff that is lashed onto my body. Thank you for saving my life and all, but what are you? As I said, I'm a White Zetsu created from Hashirama Senju's cell. And the one who created me is none other than Madara Uchiha himself with his own chakra. You mean you have the Uchiha's chakra as well? Yes. So, what now? Well, since I'm lashed onto you, I'm a part of you now. And I have granted you your abilities. The abilities that I granted you are those which were within me, which were Hashirama's cell making you a part Senju, and Hashirama-sama's wood release, and Madara Uchiha's Sharingan, because he mixed his chakra and blood into making me as well. Wait, you mean I have Sharingan? Yes, you have Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. How do you know so much about this? I know because once when he was creating me, I was hearing him say this stuff. He was about to make the perfect soldiers for his army. Bullshit. I am stupid, but I know this much that he is an old man who died at the hands of Hashirama. But you're wrong there. He survived. He was the one who experimented after dishonoring the grave of the Shodai Hokage. But why are you different? I am a defective. I have Hashirama Senju's will. That is why I escaped and was hiding for many years to come until I saw you injured in that forest. Your chakra attracted me, so I reached out to you and saved you, making you the new owner of Hashirama cells and Madara's Sharingan. They're going to be useful in the future for the battle that is yet to come. What battle? Even though I'm defective, I'm still somewhat lashed on to the original one, the white zetsu that is attached to another entity known as Black One. It seems that they are running an organization known as Akatsuki, and their aim is to gather all the Bijus to revive the Ten Tails, from what I can have gathered. And Zetsu's main goal is to revive his mother, Kaguya Tsuzuki, the rabbit goddess, the mother of all chakra, and mother of Haguramo Tsuzuki and Hamura Tsuzuki, the sage of the sixth path, and his brother. Wait, what? What the hell? That is so much knowledge and a lot to take in, but how can I trust you? It is the truth, Brad, said QB. What? What do you mean? I was created by Hashirama Senju Haguramo Tsuzuki once he stripped me from the Ten Tails and raised us as his kids, me and the other Bijus. After his death, we were separated and went to venture into the world. Until I was found by Madara and betrayed by him into attacking your village and being sealed into the Uzumaki, one after another and yet again another. I see, so it is true. So it means that there is a whole army of you white Zetsus and that black bastard. And Madara? No. Madara needed someone to carry out his will. He knew he was going to die soon. So, he has a successor, his grandson Obito Uchiha, out there, who is now going by the name Tobi. He also has the marks person that is orange with one eye hole. He also has his Sharingan. Wait! Naruto, that is the same person who attacked that night when you were born. He's the reason for all your misfortune and your parents' death. You know who my parents are, don't you? Of course I know. She was my previous Jinchuriki, your mother. And from your memories I see the old monkey has told you. But your father, he hasn't. You know, don't you? Why don't you rip that seal and find out who your father is? I vow as my honor, I won't escape. As Naruto for a moment looked at him before nodding, as a tree grew in his mind as Naruto was lifted. As he ripped the seal, as a hand grabbed him. It was the hand of the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. Naruto, what are you doing? As Naruto punched him on the face. You bastard. Wait, what's going on, Naruto? Because of you, I have suffered my whole life. As Minato looked at his son, he was 13 or something like that. If not, wait, you're not that old. What do you mean? As Naruto's memories were shown by Kyuubi to Minato, as Minato started to cry. Those bastards! I knew this might happen. And thank God I took Plan B into process. Here, in this seal is all my heritage. Everything I own is in it. You are my heir, and you have every right to it. And I'm going to give you the knowledge of my Harishin and my prize jutsu that you must complete, son. And I apologize for what happened to you. It wasn't supposed to end like this. I know. It was foolish of us to trust them. Naruto said as his Sharingan blazed to life as Minato gasped. But how? It was because of me, said a white Zetsu. Who are you? As some other shockwave of memories were filled into his head. I see. Thank you for saving my son's life. Now, it is up to you, Naruto. But Please, as a Kage, I wish at least you give them another chance. How many times do I have to? I have been giving them chance over chance over chance for the past 13 years, and yet they do the same thing. I'm sorry, son. It was quite rude of me to ask this. I know I'm a bad father. I put so much burden on you at the day you were born. Minato started to cry as Naruto was taken aback. I deserve worse than that. I'm so sorry, Naruto. As Naruto walked towards him and hugged him, it's alright. You trusted them just too much. And so did I. And we both suffered. Played by those who we thought were precious to us like fools. But I promise you this much, father. Never again. You're going to be strong one day, Naruto. And whatever happens, just remember that we'll always love you. Both your mother and I. And we're proud of you. With those words, Minato vanished as Naruto cried there, silently with a smile on his face, knowing very well that what occurred. On the outside, as every genin and Jonin was seeing Naruto smiling while crying. It was a genuine smile. As Inoichi went inside Naruto's mind and was hiding, as he suddenly was pushed back by Kyuubi, as he was the one who heard everything and was now reporting this to the Kage. As Hiruzen's eyes widened, shit. Hiruzen said, as before anything could happen, Naruto opened his eyes to find two Anbus there. Naruto Uzumaki, you are to come with us to the council chambers. The Hokage wants to talk to you. Hi. Naruto went there as to see the civilians and everyone, but no one was glaring at him as Hiruzen was looking down. I know, Naruto, what happened. And you talked to your father. It seems Minato was quite smart and left a part of his soul there. Not only him, my mother as well. I haven't came into contact with her, but she's still there. As everyone was there not dreadful, because they already knew what Minato said about them. He wasn't going to trust them anymore. He thought of himself as a fool who was played by them, but that wasn't the case. But they couldn't apologize to him now. They were afraid of Kushina. What might she do? Or what might she say? As Naruto then said, I already have my heritage. I already have everything. And we feared that you're going to escape. What makes you think that I'm going to leave? Regardless of what happened, this is my birthplace. And I vowed that I will protect it to my father. He asked me to give you another chance, but it seems that was a foolish decision. Although I'm not going to escape or anything, but I'm not going to trust any one of you. Not even you, Hiruzen Sarutobi, because you have lied to me for all my life. Now, if this is all, I will be leaving. As Naruto was about to leave, as Hiruzen said, wait. I must tell you this, that you have been already engaged. Engaged with none other than Satsuki Uchiha, the heir to the Uchiha clan. It was already decided between Kushina and Mikoto, as it was found out that she was going to have a son and her friend was going to have a daughter. I see. Can I see the document? Yes. As Naruto grabbed the document and left. As he arrived near Satsuki's home, where she was resting after having a training with Kakashi. What is it, Naruto-kun? What do you want? Can I come inside? I need to talk. As she was taken aback by that, but blushed nonetheless and led him inside. And after some time, she gave him green tea. As she sat down. So, what do you want to talk about, Naruto-kun? As Naruto gave her the document, please read this. It was decided by your mother and mine. As after Satsuki read this document, she was blushing red. As Naruto was taken aback by that. Don't you think it's a trick to tie both of us down to this village? Not like I'm going to escape or anything, but they're just cementing that. No, Naruto-kun, I already knew about this. Wait, what? You knew? Yes, my mother told me about you when I was 3, and I saw you every day. Wait, that feeling that someone was watching me in the park. Yes, it was me, but I was scared to come up to you. Oh, I see now. So, what now? Are you still going to go with it or not? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. Naruto said. Why wouldn't I? She said, getting closer to Naruto. Much closer, invading his private space. What are you doing? This, as she lashed her lips onto Naruto, as Naruto's eyes widened. As when Satsuki opened, she saw that Naruto's Sharingan was there. 3 tomos, as it spun into something else, replicating Madara's. Mangekyo, as she was taken aback. You have Sharingan, but how? As Naruto told her what happened. I see. So that means that masked person that was there with my brother, that I saw escaping, it was Obito. And he is to be blamed for the whole massacre, not my Nissan. Could be possible, but we're never too sure. We have to get to the bottom of this. Hi, and I promise you we will. On the other side, the meeting was still continuing and they were deciding what to do to Naruto. And luckily, Zetsu eared off on it and vanished. He was enraged. As Yuan arrived in Akatsuki's base, he told this to the Pain and everyone else. And after revealing everything, Pain said, So, you mean to say that in the beginning phases of making the white Zetsu army that we have now in our disposal, one was defective and escaped, and it latched onto none other than the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki and gave him the power of both Madara and Hashirama, 2 of the legendary shinobi in their own time, and still feared to this day. This makes things interesting. A replica of both of the legendary shinobi, and an Uzumaki nonetheless, with Kyuubi's chakra to back that up. Interesting fight, said Kisame, as Itachi was taken aback by that. Naruto, having Sharingan and Wood Release, shivered, thinking what kind of monster he will become one day. But he was happy that he will have someone there to protect his sister once she kills him for what he did. As Obito was gritting his teeth, so he must have found out my identity. Not only yours, mine as well, said Zetsu, not revealing anything else. We must begin to plan an attack on him. We must caught him off guard. We must get the Nine-Tails first. Forget about the whole numbers. We can go backwards as well, said Zetsu. But won't it damage and make the Biju mindless? It is already mindless. There is no use going into sequence. We can go in reverse sequence. Got it. So we are all going to attack the Nine-Tails in Konoha in the Chunin exams, correct? Yes. As 1 month passed, and during that month Naruto trained with his father's memories, and he was able to meet with his mother, and the seal was broken, and Naruto and Kyuubi were working together in order to prevent Kaguya's revival. Because of Zetsu that was lashed onto Naruto, they came to know that there were a Zetsu army, and someone out there who was going to revive that shit, Kaguya, into this world. Stupid son of a bitch. As Naruto and Kyuubi were training hard, Naruto was able to maintain KCM mode, now up to 50 minutes now. And finally the day came when they were going to have a battle. As one by one the matches went as in canon, Naruto beat the shit off Nezuko, and Satsuki was late as Naruto was about to fight her, as Satsuki was disqualified. When Satsuki was about to argue, Naruto said, Please leave now, Satsuki. This is dangerous. I don't want you to get hurt. As Sasuke blushed and nodded, as everyone's taken aback by that. When Sasuke dropped the henji in front of everyone and it was revealed that it was Satsuki, Ino puked as well and had the similar thoughts of Sakura. First time, right? Said Sakura, looking at her rival slash friend. As many of the fangirls started to cry that they were simping over a girl their whole life. Talk about a prank. That even put Naruto's pranks to shame. And after that, the match began between the 2 Jinchurikis, Gaara of Sunagakure and Naruto from Konoha. As Shikaku was freed, as Naruto said. So you're finally here, Shikaku. What are you gonna do now, Brad? Call the big bad Nine-Tails? Yeah, I am. As the Nine-Tails arrived. Oh, and not only that, as Naruto's Sharingan blazed to life, scaring everyone, because it was none other Madara's Sharingan. Everyone knew from the whole generation. As Blue Susanoo started to wrap around the Kyuubi, just like when Madara was controlling the Kyuubi. As 2 swords came into the Kyuubi's hand. Much better, right? As Shikaku then said, I don't wanna fight. This cheating. I want a cool armor, as Naruto punched Shikaku with Susanoo Fist Kurama's punch. As Shikaku was taken aback and Sakura woke up. No, I just woke up! Damn you, Fox! As the fox gave Shikaku the middle finger. I'll get you for that, Kurama! Yeah, dream on, Shikaku, said the QB in a deep voice as everyone was now shitting bricks. As after that, Naruto came down. The whole Konoha invasion plan was now put to halt. With one punch, their mighty trump card was put down. What could they do now? As Orochimaru was now also scared of this. What kind of demon did he create with the seal? As he saw that he had a chance, and he took it. As he regardlessly began the invasion, even though he didn't want to. Suna attacked, Otto attacked even though Suna didn't. They retreated. As Otto was taken down easily, and Orochimaru was killed. As Shoda and the Nidahime Hokage who were revived were quite surprised with Naruto's skill. But Nidahime was quite surprised with Naruto's Sharingan. Are you an Uchiha? No. I just have Madara's cell, alongside your brother's cell over there, latched onto my body. Wait, that is quite disturbing. But, oh well. Not like it matters. You are still a quite good shinobi, and the legacy of Konoha that I hope to have in the future. You have fulfilled the requirements. Thanks, Idaime. I hope you rest well, as both of them left. After that, another explosion was heard, as the village was crashing down upon itself. As Naruto saw some figures standing in midair. It was the Akatsuki. Naruto said, as Jiraiya came down, how do you know about that? I know much more than you, Godfather. As Jiraiya flinched, we have to deal with them first. As Naruto said, gather everyone, GD. A war is about to begin. Between Konoha and the Akatsuki. They're all S-rank nins. We have to take them down. I'll take on their leaders. As Naruto flew into the air, levitating in front of them. It is quite surprising that you can levitate. I can do much more. Amaterus, as black flames engulfed Konan as she was burning in agony and burned to death in front of them. As we go to the ground, Kisame was facing against Maitogai in his 7th gate state. As for Hidan, he was facing against none other than Kakashi and Kurenai. Asuma was facing against Kisame some other Katsuki members. All of them were facing against their counterparts, in which they were bad at. And thanks to the Anbu's intervention and all of the joinings, they were able to be captured or taken down easily. Kisame and, Hidan and Kakazu were captured, as Kakazu was killed nonetheless, but Hidan was alive. So, many chakra suppression seals later, he was placed into prison. As for Naruto, he was still levitating in the air, and Itachi was nowhere to be seen, as Itachi was in Naraka Shrine, sitting on a throne, as Satsuki arrived there. Foolish little sister. Nissan, stop this, I know what happened. Me and Naruto uncovered secrets 2 days ago, before the test began. We found out it was Danzo and the elders who gave you the orders. But why? You could have stopped this, and Shisui Nissan have to stop that. But what happened? Why did he vanish? He didn't vanish. He was killed by Danzo. That old bastard, said Satsuki. But what do you mean, Naruto-kun? Did you forget the agreement between Mother and Kushina-san? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So, you're still going with that? Why wouldn't I? I love him. Well, then he better not break your heart. So, what are you going to do, Satsuki? Aren't you going to end me? No, Nissan. I'm not. I'm not going to end my family. Our children might need their uncle to be there. Take care of them. That is your punishment. You'll be the one who are going to take care of them and change their diapers. Itachi chuckled. I see. That is a fine punishment, if I may myself add. A punishment that I'm willing to take. As Satsuki dashed towards her Nissan and hugged him into a bone-crushing hug, as both of them cried, I'm sorry. I did this in order to protect you. I know. As after that, Itachi smiled. Well, let's just hope you don't have so many kids. You bet, Nissan, I'm planning to have a lot of them. As Itachi chuckled. Well, I hope you do. as we go towards Naruto, as he was still up there fighting against Nagato and Obito, as Zetsu was still in the ground. You can come out now, Black Zetsu. I know what your aim is. Let's go to the ground, gentlemen. I'll reveal something interesting to you. As Naruto then captured Zetsu with his chains as he was tied to the tree. What are you going to talk about? I'm going to reveal some secrets that Zetsu has been hiding here. Talk to the other white Zetsu that is within me. You can do that, right? How about I do that? As Infinite Tsukiyomi came and White Zetsu walked out from behind Naruto, as both Nagato and Obito were standing there. As White Zetsu began to explain to them the real plan of Black Zetsu, and since he was attached, he wasn't lying, as Nagato agreed to that he could sense truth. You mean we were played all this long? Damn him! There is no way to peace. There will never be peace. And the only thing we're going to do is going to destroy our own world with our bare hands. Yes, Obito. Then why tell me this? You could have just killed me. I won't. You were misguided. You were the most kindest Uchiha ever. Even as far as the whole clan thought you were defective. Even though you were Madara's grandson. I know what happened. He lost a loved one. I guess you know better than anyone else what I felt. Yeah. And thanks to you, my life was 13 years of hell, and still I forgive you. As Obito flinched. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So what are you going to do now, Obito? Going to roam around the world or be free? I'm sorry, but I cannot forgive you. You killed Konan. Who said I killed her? Those black flames? I put her into my Tsukiyomi dimension. She's here. As Konan appeared. Nagato? Is it you? As Nagato saw Konan, as both of them dashed and hugged each other. How long have you been here? It feels like years. Sorry, but it has been only seconds out there. And you didn't age. I'll be sending you all back now. You have your own free will to go. As for Zetsu, I'll deal with him. As after that, everyone was out into the original world. As Zetsu then said, don't listen to his words, he's lying! We know who's lying and who's telling the truth now, Zetsu. You lying bastard. As Naruto then said, you like your mother so much, right? Let's go meet her. As Naruto and Zetsu vanished. As Naruto was in KCM2 state, flying into the space, as he bursted through the moon into the core. As he saw Kaguya there, chained. Here, take care of your dirty ass brat, and keep him to yourself. Naruto said, throwing that Black Zetsu there. No! I will come back! You're nothing more than a piece of shit history of shinobi that I wrote. Well, too bad. Because I am the examiner and I failed you for that. Because you have failed, and there's nothing you can do to change that. As Naruto came outside and redid the moon by doing another Chibaku Tensei over it, as the moon became bigger, much bigger, as Naruto came down onto the ground, as the Akatsuki members have been vanished. Only Hidan has been captured. The rest have been killed and returned back to their original villages. The village was in shambles though, as many lives were lost, as Naruto then did one thing. He then said, I guess it's time to use that. Summoning Jutsu. King of Hell, Naruto said, as he was still in KCM2 state. As the King of Hell opened his mouth, as many souls were released, as Naruto then fell unconscious to the ground. But before he hit the ground, he was caught by his two hands. It was Satsuki. Naruto was woken out of coma 1 month later, and he saw that the whole village was in the rebuilding process, as the new Kage was appointed, and it was none other than his godmother, who was sitting next. Naruto, I want to apologize. I know who you are, Tsunade Senju, and it's just that I'm happy you're back. I know that we were told that I died. How? I went into the archives of Danzo Shimura. You have to execute him, because he was the one who conspired the whole Uchiha clan incident, the Hyuga clan incident, and he set out the Uzumaki clan as well. And not only that, he was the reason behind the Senju extinction and faking my death. Tsunade was enraged. Such death at the hands of one elder? A meeting was called, as Naruto gave the proof and Danzo was executed in front of everyone. Root was exposed, and those who were under his command were freed. and recruited into Anbus, given normal life back again, their own free will again. As after that, time passed and Naruto reached the age of 19. Kakashi Itachi was pardoned again for his crimes because he was manipulated by the elders. The rest of the two elders were stripped of their rights for doing this and going with Danzo, as Hiruzen was the new elder of the village. Naruto still hasn't forgiven him, but over time, Naruto was opening up again, but not to that extent that he was when he was a kid, just to a formal extent. Hiruzen knew he has lost something precious that he cannot never again regain back, as Naruto had married at the age of 19 to Satsuki Uchiha, and 1 year later Satsuki was pregnant and was about to give birth, as Itachi was there as well, as one girl was born. It was none other than Sarada Uchiha, Namikaze Senju Uzumaki, as Itachi held her. I guess I'm an uncle now. But it's a long-ass name, don't you think? Naruto said. Shut up, said Satsuki, as Naruto hugged her. Yes, Hime. Welcome, Sarada. Welcome to the world that is full of peace. I hope you never have to use or dirty your hands. As the baby girl opened her eyes and chuckled. He has her father's eyes, said Itachi, and her mother's personality, as everyone chuckled at that, as everyone was at peace. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace!